What's up guys, my name's Curtis and welcome to 5 Minute Finance, where I take personal finance topics and explain them to you in 5 minutes or less. Are 0% interest or simply low interest auto loans a good financial decision? If you've watched some of my previous videos, you know that I'm not a huge fan of buying brand new cars and I definitely don't like auto debt. However, many people would argue that if the interest rate is zero or near zero, you're basically getting free money. The auto manufacturer is loaning you the money for the purchase of that vehicle at 0% interest, and you can absolutely get a higher investment return. Although that's correct in a way, you can definitely get an investment return that's higher than 0%, I sure hope you are. It's a very narrow-lensed view of the situation. In other words, it doesn't paint a full picture. If you were able to get a loan with no interest whatsoever for something like a house, I would say jump all over that opportunity. But the problem with cars is that they're depreciating assets, and really they aren't assets at all, they're actually liabilities. So even if you aren't paying any interest charges on the $30,000, say, that you borrowed for the car, it's still rapidly depreciating from the moment you drive it off the dealer's lot. This chart was taken from Dave Ramsey's website, and as you can see, as soon as you sign the dotted line that says you're buying that car, the value of it goes down by almost 10% right away. New cars after 5 years lose on average a value of 50 to 60%. So even if you did what some people say is the smart thing to do and put at least 10% down on your car and you got 0% financing, which sounds great, right off the bat you have absolutely no equity whatsoever in that car and you just spent thousands of dollars for the privilege of driving a brand new car off the lot. And there's still a very good chance that even at 0% interest, you're going to be underwater in that loan for a large portion of the time you're paying off that car. There's no scenario where I would say spending $30,000 on something that's going to be worth $10,000 to $15,000 in just a couple short years is a smart financial decision, even if you're getting free money from the manufacturer. In addition to the fact that your brand new car is going to depreciate rapidly, auto manufacturers are not in the business of losing money. And by that I mean, if they're offering you 0% financing, which saves you money and interest over the long term, they're going to find profit in other areas. 0% loans will often exclude you from other manufacturer rebates or discounts, which would in turn lower the overall price of the car. There's also the possibility that if you miss payments or you don't pay off the full balance in full by the due date, interest will start accruing, so just make sure you read the fine print. If you're gonna make the decision to buy a brand new vehicle, I will say that a loan with 0% financing does make more sense than a loan that has interest associated with it, assuming you don't miss out on any other benefits by going that route. But cars are usually the second most expensive thing that people buy in their life. And with how fast they lose value, I'll never say it's a smart financial decision to buy a brand new car. Buy good used vehicles so that other people who are financing their life to keep up with the Joneses have to pay that depreciation cost and you don't have to. Although this is extremely uncommon, I myself recently bought a used car, drove it for a little over a year, and actually sold it for more than I bought it for. Again, that's pretty uncommon, but that's pretty much never going to happen if you buy a brand new car. My wife and I always drive used cars that we buy in cash. This means we don't have any monthly payment associated with an auto loan, which frees up a lot more money to invest. So, are 0% auto loans a financially smart decision? They might be better than loans that do have interest associated, but they're definitely not a smart financial decision, at least in my eyes. If you guys enjoyed the video, it would really help me out if you gave it a thumbs up, and if you're new around here, consider subscribing by clicking on this globe right here, and as always, hit that notification bell.